fuck?
Do you figure it out?
Science? I did. I wonder what that little fucking thing was for.
It's an extra key.
A key of keys.
Behold,
Isn't that
the
a
key.
wonderful world these days,
The
man?
key of keys.
It's like we're talking about in my kitchen. I have a bag of bags, just for no fucking reason. I just have a bag full of other bags.
I got a lot of bags.
Are we fucking? You're a dick.
What are you talking? Oh, I did hit it. Oops.
Yeah, you did hit it.
Oops.
4 fucking
Every
weeks.
time.
Did you think I'd catch on to this one fucking time?
I like every time he's gotten you looking at something else or down, and then he.
Yeah, I baited you into that one.
Good rib.
I waited until. Well, no, actually, Nathan baited you into that one.
Good
rib.
rib.
I just did what I could. Hopefully, sounds good. Welcome to the WUD Podcast, Week 4, Episode 4, right?
Week 4, Episode 4.
Episode 4.
Welcome to the last episode of the WUD Podcast.
Yeah.
Did you ever give this episode a name yet?
This one? No. No. This is. We could call it like the Hangover. I mean,
Hold on.
you're back from.
Holy shit, we've got 2,200 viewers right now. Let's see if one of those guys can name this podcast. This episode. You got to work it, man. I understand we only have 3 at the moment.
No, we have
But
2,200.
that fast
Look at
becomes
that.
2,200. Oh,
Look at
it's
that.
going up. Click, 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 click. But anyways, yeah, welcome to Wake, Urinate, and Dominate. It seems like it's been, I know it's only been a week, but it feels like a month since we did one of these because it's been a long week, man.
Technically, it's been over a week because the last one was the Church of Wood.
That was the church.
It was on a Sunday.
Yeah. I'd like to get
Sunday
feedback in
episode.
that, man. I'd like to know how that one kind of went over, because it was a subject for sure. Some people don't like talking about the churchy stuff.
We really didn't dig into the churchy stuff. I mean, we hit a little bit early on because all 3 of us, I think, have, I would say, a little bit of a jaded view of that stuff, which I won't dig into religion because I know that's a touchy subject. But I don't think last week that we really dove too much. Now, I did have the backdrop. I did have the music, which I'm not going to lie, was beautiful.
It was quite beautiful.
It was beautiful music.
Yeah.
And I have one of my aunts watches this now regularly, and she, I do believe, is relatively, religious. And she wasn't mad at me.
Well,
Just
that's
say, I only really have one thing about religion, and that's whatever you believe it. It's for you. You're right. I don't want to argue with you. I don't want to try and dissuade you. I want you all in on it. Whatever it is that you find comfort and whatever you need in, hold on to that, man.
good. Unless you're Mormon, and that's just really weird. I want to be that guy. What was his name again? Stan Lee.
Captain Barbosa.
The guy that found the book. He just finds this book under a tree at the bottom of his yard, and he's like, "Hey, Jebediah, just found this book. It says I can fuck your wife."
Jesus.
Cool, huh? Hard to paint? Is that too hard to paint?
I'm thinking that you know nothing about the Mormon religion.
Not really, man. Not really.
If anybody is that watches this, it is Mormon and would like to let him know. He's not that hard to find online.
No.
So I'm sure you can find out where he is on any given day. And you
My
can,
thing is, man,
bring it over to him.
spirituality's
Talk to
great.
him.
Love everybody. I'm just not a big fan of organized religion, as it were. I don't think it should be organized. That inherently takes away the whole ethos of the thing. It's supposed to be loving and living with your people, not, going to church once a week and then being judgy for 6 days.
But luckily, last week did not make anybody extremely mad.
No, I guess we just did
So-
that right now.
Well, we as in you, not me.
I'm sorry. I apologize.
Yeah.
I don't really apologize. I don't care, man. We're just sitting here talking shit.
No, but yeah, hopefully. I mean, we did have a decent amount of views on last week's. We have, for anybody watching and listening, we have put it on Spotify. It is now on Google, and it is now on Apple. So you can get it on all 3.
You say on Apple TV or?
No, Apple Podcasts.
Oh,
So
okay.
if you have Apple Podcasts, you can just go there. Sorry for how loud that was. You can go to Apple Podcasts, and you can find us at the WUD Podcast. Same thing with Google, and same thing with Spotify.
So we're not on Google TV or Spotify TV?
I mean, if you go to Google TV and you look up, are those even things? Like, I guess I don't play with those.
We need to bring Jamie back. He's not thinking this right now. You remember the first engineer we had before we fired him?
Yeah, he was a nice guy, though.
He was. He'd 6 kids. We fired him and he'd 6 kids. I feel bad about that.
You should. You should. Anybody that's willing to just terminate somebody's employment when they have children needs to go.
believe the word we're looking for is anyway.
What are you talking about? That's employment in general.
Yeah, I know. I'm feeling that push.
You said you couldn't go to the bathroom right now.
I'm just so plugged up. I really am scared. I didn't have sugary drinks. I did stay away from sugar. But when I was gone this past week, dude, I just food is so amazing, man. We had like this amazing fried calamari. I knew amazing fried calamari. Then I had a waffle. I went to Waffle House. I haven't been to Waffle House in about 20 years.
I love the Waffle
In
House.
Dallas?
Yeah, well, I've not been to Waffle. Yeah, I went there when I was in Dallas.
In Dallas?
But it
Texas
feels
bacon
like
chicken melt plate.
it hasn't been cleaned in 20 years.
I mean, that's Waffle House in general.
Oh, dude.
We just had one open up in Eastgate, and I'm pretty sure it hasn't been cleaned for 20 years.
The problem was
Waffle House is like an iron skillet. Like you don't clean it; it just
You wipe it down.
seasons.
Yeah. You wipe it down every once
I
in
was
a
going
while.
to say I scraped a lot of the seasoning off the table, but I stacked that Waffle House on top of In-N-Out burger that I had when I landed. Dude.
What'd you think of In-N-Out?
Well, dude,
I know you've had it before. but
oh yeah,
I've never had it.
It's been a while since
been
you've
a while.
had In-N-Out.
Dude, honestly, man, it's okay. You know, I don't think it's
Where do you
Yeah.
put it against, like, Five Guys or
I don't think it comes close to
Smash
Five
Burger?
I've never had Smash Burger.
Oh, you're missing out.
Really?
It's good in a different way than Five Guys.
Five Guys is pretty phenomenal.
Yeah.
I'm a big
If they would just put an egg on your burger at Five Guys, I'd be super happy.
Average. Look, there you go. The almighty X1 In-N-Out.
It is average.
I agree. It's average. It's just like, it's a step above McDonald's.
They did these fries, and it was like it had cheese on it, and then I don't know if it was onions or whatever, and almost like a mac sauce. But the problem was the cheese they put on it wasn't like shredded cheese. It was like fucking sliced cheese, like the Kraft
Ripped
sliced
apart.
cheese you get. Yeah, but not even the good rip apart like you get at a deli.
not like the melted cheese though. That's
No,
what
dude, it
everybody's
was like
using
this-
now.
Yeah.
It's like everything has cheese sauce on it.
I'm a sucker for
Suspect.
any cheese, though, which is why I have internal problems. But
Well, anyway, all that stuff that
Like
was in
cheese.
that In-N-Out, which I ate on Wednesday evening, and then the Waffle House, is still firmly lodged inside my intestines. Dude, I've not been feeling good with it at all.
go take a lap around the house. Drink
It's-
a cup of coffee.
I've tried everything, man. Like, the next thing's going to be the old jail bullet. You know what I mean?
Poor Ian.
For any one of our 2,200 viewers here, because obviously I've lost some mobility with the gaining and expansion of my insides. Well, yeah, I don't need that. But no, dude, that was the one bad thing about the whole week was just the fact that I ate like a turd because it wasn't really my opinion on what we're going to eat. It was a group decision, and but we had some amazing places. I would say the food down in Dallas was fantastic.
Top tier smash burger. There you go.
Yeah.
I was
I'm
at
with her
Taco
on that
Bell
one.
yesterday,
Love
and
smash burger.
don't get me wrong, I like Taco Bell. I'm a Taco Bell fan, but I was just sitting there, and it struck me the difference from when I was a kid at Taco Bell to today at Taco Bell. Because like as a kid, it was like they were really kind of pushing it, like, oh, it's Mexican, but it's
It's like Tex-Mex.
yeah. And now there's no pretense about it at all. They're like, hey there, we're stoner food.
Yeah.
Like, is like you go in and like the colors of everything are bright and it looks like modern art all over the wall, but it's all Bell related, and then it's all purple and pink and blue and just
It's bright.
bright coming
is
right
bright.
at you. And then the menu is just like, hey, we've put this inside of this inside of this. It's like I remember the first time I heard about a turducken. You put like the turkey inside the chicken inside the duck or backwards.
Some version of that.
Yeah. You should probably start with the small bird and put it in the big bird progressively. But it's like there was one yesterday. It was like a steak and nacho fry burger.
Yeah.
So it's or not burger, but burrito. And it first off, it was fantastic. Way to go, Taco Bell. That was delicious. But it was so far away from anything that you could consider Tex-Mex or even close
It's
to
like
that.
you were stoned at 3 o'clock in the morning. You had nowhere to go, and you just had a bunch of shit in the fridge. You're like, I'm going to
Correct.
put this and this and this and this.
But that's the thing, dude.
and
Like,
it turns out good.
but the thing is, no matter what they put in where, like you're saying, they like stuff fucking whatever. I don't even know the names for the things. I very rarely eat at Taco Bell, but it ends up tasting the exact fucking same anyway. It doesn't matter what amalgamation.
But that's just it. Is
do.
growing up, they used to
lot
have
of it does.
chicken, steak soft tacos with a special sauce. And their Fiesta salsa used to be amazing, and like there was like pico de gallo and all that kind of stuff. And now, it just all seems very. I don't know. I don't know what the word I'm looking for is.
I think you had it on the head when you said stonery food.
It's like corporate stoner food.
Corporate stoner
It's
food.
weird.
That's
Dude,
the weird thing.
The
about
one
it.
thing
Yes.
at Taco Bell that will infuriate me when I go to get it is the chili cheese burritos, the Chilitos. It's a chili cheese burrito. Now,
Remember
Rory, I don't think
those.
you were in Cincinnati around the time, but I know, Nathan, you probably were. Do you remember Zantigos?
I do not.
It was like a Mexican Tex-Mex kind of restaurant. It was like a, from what I remember, kind of like an upper-class Taco Bell.
Gotcha.
They had Chilitos.
There's something more upper class than Taco Bell. I'm very
Yes.
lowbrow. That's a date to me.
Yes. When I saw an ad for it the other day, too, they had like the newspaper ad for Zantigos. And, dude, Zantigos, the chili cheese burritos, the Chilitos, as they had them labeled, were so freaking good. Now, Taco Bell, it's hit or miss. You can get Chilitos there. You gotta order as a chili cheese burritos. They don't
Right.
really go, but they're not as good. Like sometimes it's really good. They'll have the chili and the cheese just right. It's got like size to it. Sometimes it looks like somebody wiped diarrhea ass with a tortilla shell.
Yeah, that's my problem because
It's so hit or
that was
miss.
my go-to growing up because I didn't like most of the other until I got in early high school, and then I was like, I love everything. But yeah, it's like earlier on, like because my mom always loved Taco Bell taco salads.
Mm-hmm.
Came in this big floured fried thing, and it
Yeah.
was all kinds of stuff.
And you could
in
eat
there.
the shell.
Oh
when you were
yeah, and
done.
it was like a legit taco salad. And I would get the chili cheese burritos, and they were burritos full of chili and cheese, and they were like this shape,
Yeah.
like this long. Now they're flat.
Can I
How
just-
could you
can
call
I
it
just-
chili cheese burrito?
Have
if
you
it's
seen
flat?
how they
it's
make
a chili
them?
cheese tapeworm.
Two things, man. Number one, I want to touch the fact you went, it was this long, and then you did this for a while. It looked great on camera. And secondly, how Matt mentioned that if they'd changed your chili cheese shit, you were going to get furious.
Yeah.
Furious.
No, you have no idea. Furious. It's like when I was in when I was in the
One of the things
military.
that made me angry, never chili and cheese.
No, chili cheese burritos. Like I have a few things that would give me solace. And if I go to Taco Bell and they give me a chili cheese burrito and it's flat because like they put them in the little the flat thing maker or whatever, they put it in that now. And if they don't know how to make it, they squish the shit out of it. Stuff is like they don't barely put anything in it, so it's not
They
good.
didn't used to smash them. You just put it in the thing. They put it on the paper. They put it on the thing. Then they put it in the overhead drawer.
Yeah.
There's an overhead drawer
That's
that
what
they
was-
put it
Yeah.
in.
Now they
then they
squish
had
it.
to count and weigh. It was like 45-second process. It wasn't just there you go.
Yeah.
They pull it out, and it was it was the size of this can,
Yeah.
but full of chili and cheese.
Yeah, and you could order it with extra cheese at one point. I remember, like when I was in North Carolina, they had this extra cheese thing, so you get extra cheese in it, and it was fucking amazing. And now if I go thinking I'm gonna get chili cheese burritos, they fuck me and they give me flat tortillas. If I go and I'm like, oh, they're gonna mess it up anyway, I just get one. They have like Debbie back there that makes them perfect. And I get one perfect one, and I'm like, now I've not reached my potential today.
I've not had a
lies
perfect
the
one in
issue,
forever.
though. Herein lies
That's
the issue.
bullshit.
You guys are talking about it as a couple of foodies that
Yeah.
like that, and you want the experience. When, as you just openly said, it's made for people that are stoned out their tits. And are just
Well,
wanting something to
it
say.
wasn't in
So they're-
1992. We're talking in 1992.
Well, what I'm saying
Oh,
is,
I
like,
got you, I
it's
got
just designed for stoned people now. It's
Yeah, the
not
way it
supposed
is
to be
now.
a dining experience that
Back
you go there and
then,
you're like,
it was-
this is great value for money, because it's not. I mean, it's
I have one thing at
fucking
Taco
horse meat
Bell.
and shitty cheese.
No, one thing at Taco Bell that is not just pure stoner food. It is a delicacy, and they fuck it up all the time. Don't even get me started on DoorDash. Like if we're gonna keep going on food, I'm gonna start going on a tirade of DoorDash, which I sent them an angry the feedback thing the other day. I only got $19 out of my money back, but I hope somebody reads that because there were a lot of the F words.
There
were a lot of anger.
I've gone away. I
Was a
used to
lot.
have an app on my phone that said it's not DiGiorno because it's a delivery, and it had skip the dishes, Uber
Get the
Eats,
delivery.
all of them. And just one by one, they've made it so blatantly clear that they're like, we don't give two shits about you.
Yeah.
We don't give two shits about what you or your family eat tonight. We're going to take your money and Russian roulette. One of you is not going to get your food.
Oh, yeah.
Or one of you is not going to get it anywhere remotely close to right.
Yeah.
And then when you
me.
try and reach out to us, good luck with that. We're not going to make
None
it.
of it you're doing, no.
Yes, I'm on a blacklist with DoorDash now.
You said, they don't give a shit about you. Well, that's true because they're bringing food that is designed to kill you to your house. You know
That's
what I mean?
true.
It's
We've
not
fallen
like-
into that trap.
Yeah, nobody's like, I could really go, like a steak with some broccoli. And it's always junk food, man. that
Well, they've
people order.
extended my life by not bringing me the shit that I wanted that'll kill me.
That's true. They leave
I
out
don't
the
like
really
it.
bad things. They're
You're
like, this
welcome.
dude does not need
like
it.
it.
I've seen him.
What?
They leave out the things that will kill you pretty quick. They're like, no, he doesn't need that. This is going to kill him. I'm going to save
That's
this
awesome,
for him.
man. They're where your health issues.
Yeah, it
Looking
is.
at
But you're
DoorDash,
right.
geez.
It is kind of like paying somebody like, listen, I will give you an extra $8.50 to drive from Beachmont to stab me in my stomach and my liver.
Right. 100%, dude. And then we're still calling Taco Bell Tex-Mex. It's like fucking Illinois Mex or something. It's so far away from Tex-Mex fusion.
Well, and it's still
Mexican food.
it's still not really. I mean, it's still corporate Mexican food. Is you go to Chipotle, you order Chipotle online, and you're gonna get most of the ingredients you ask for in a quantity that barely rolls up to like a marker.
Unless you want an absolute, you're like, hey, give me some rice and chicken and an absolute bowl full of sour cream. Fucking, I always say light sour cream, and they always go, and you just.
Well, I even did this one day just to prove a point because somebody else was like, "No, it's the same if you go in or if you order it online." I go in and I order the exact same thing that I'd ordered online, so I get them both. The one that I ordered in store is like the size of a football. The one I ordered online is like the size of a Coke can.
Right.
Completely different. When they're standing there staring a fat man in the eyes, they're like, we're gonna hook him up. We're do it right. But
I just want to add something.
you
for,
order it online, it's like they're charging them for the ingredients.
Well, because here's the thing: you order online. If they really if you complain about it, if you get it for DoorDash, you don't complain at Chipotle. You complain at DoorDash, and they're like, "Dude, we didn't make the food." So you've got a
Exactly.
circle of complaints you've got to do, and they know that eventually, rather than do that shit, you're just going to say, "Fuck it." Next time I'm going to go in. I mean, look at these other places. Is it Domino's that's paying you to pick up your own food?
Yeah, but they're
didn't
tipping.
know that.
They're giving you like $3 for it's a tip.
Yeah.
Oh, if you can get
If
it.
you only tip your pizza guy $3, you're an asshole.
Yeah, you're paying out of your own pocket to bring them that pizza. It's pretty shitty.
Yep. Or I'm just not going to order that shit.
That's what we've tried to stop doing. We try to stop doing it all, and then we fall right back into it. It's like, you know what? I know DoorDash is going to fuck up this order. I'm still going to order it. It's still going to come messed up, and I'm going to get $8.50 back when I
Well,
complain.
the math I'm usually doing is like,
tired of this shit.
it's like I know that it's that because pretty much the only one that'll come all the way out to me is Uber Eats.
Do they?
There's Uber Eats and Grubhub has like 2 places.
Yeah.
Which actually one of them I should give a shout out to. The Charlie Biggs is in the BP in Williamsburg.
Is that a chicken? Is that chicken?
Yeah, it's like the
Yeah.
broaster chicken and like chicken fingers and potato wedges. It's always amazing. It's always hot.
It's good.
It's
gas
always
station
right.
Chicken.
Everything about it is perfect. So thank you for doing life right.
Yeah.
However, most of the time it's like, no, I want this or that. So we're going to order Uber Eats. We know it's going to be wrong, but it's still better than failing the sobriety test. We're like, I don't want to pay Uber, so telephone pole. Yeah, that's kind of how that goes.
Talking about Uber Eats and DoorDash, Matt, how much did you spend a few months ago just on DoorDash?
Which brings me back to the whole employment thing. You fucking jerk. It was a lot. But that's what you fall into with Uber Eats. Because like that. Like I had a couple of drinks, I'm not going to go out. Or I don't want to go sit in that line, I don't want to go out. Or I'm just going to stay here and continue playing Assassin's Creed, and I don't want to go out.
I dislike putting pants back on.
No shit. That's why I'm wearing shorts right now. And as soon as you guys are gone, they're coming right back off.
Right? I respect it.
And that's what they've bought into, is they know that we're going to go. This is all right. Hopefully, if Walton watches this, he ask you to get me started on conspiracy theories.
He did.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
This is where, like, they have got us by the balls and the ovaries, depending on what you got. Like, they have got us by the balls because they know we're not going to want to go out. They know with more people going out, they bought into the whole pandemic shit, so more people were ordering it out. And then the people that are delivering it, while there are some really good ones, there's some, like, you can watch them on the fucking app, and they go show up somewhere else, and then all of a sudden they're like, oh, yeah, they never delivered your food. It's like, no, you son of a bitch, you fucking ate it. And it's like, I had gotten so angry over Little Anarchy Returns.
Today's 3 hour.
Hey, I like that. Anarchy Returns, episode 4. I like it. But no, for real. Hey, that's the first time we've got Get Big in here. Hi, Get Big.
What's up, Get Big?
But yeah, they know that we're gonna do that, and until we fucking stand up and either start beating the shit out of the drivers that fuck up the orders and eat it, or we actually go to the store and go.
Okay,
get
now
our
you're
own
talking
food.
like Will Smith.
And I'm gonna walk up and smack that bitch.
God,
You messing with me?
Can Chris Rock take a shot, huh? He doesn't even.
That was
skip
Muhammad Ali, man.
We learned 2 legit things. Chris Rock can take a shot, and Will can't take a joke.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And some of the jokes led towards him and his wife. That was like the mellowest of all of them.
Especially considering the ammunition that those two have given the world of comedy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of ammunition there. But like, does that? Uh-oh, what?
No, I'm just laughing.
Oh yeah, I know. That's Cal's brother. Hi, Cal's brother.
I'm just letting you get back to talking about conspiracies on this week's 3-hour episode of the WUD podcast.
Episode 4, Anarchy Returns.
4, 12, and 27. I'm just going to keep on going, man. I'll have shit myself here on a chair by the time you're done.
Well, you're welcome. I've helped you get things out.
Do you think that we could start a conspiracy that would cause McDonald's to bring back the steak, egg, and cheese bagel?
Sonic got changed in the Sonic movie. The first thing they put out of Sonic, and now maybe that was Sony or whoever that put it. They're like, yeah, these guys are going to hate this. It's going to drum up a lot of which is a conspiracy in itself. But they put out like a horrible image of Sonic in the new Sonic movie. Everybody comes in guns blazing, and they get it to look like Sonic should look. Now, whether, like I said, they did that to get interest up in the movie bigger than it would have been. I think we could do that to get the steak, egg, and cheese bagel back. Because that was one of the best goddamn sandwiches.
When the bagel wasn't burnt, which for the most part they got that right. Every now and then they toast it. It's a little overtoast.
Yeah,
take it easy.
Take it easy. Take it easy, guys.
But with that steak that just came apart in your mouth, because it's reconstituted steak, whatever it is. They take it, put it through a wood chipper, and they put it back together in patty form.
Yeah.
It was fantastic, but that sauce.
Yeah, the sauce with the cheese and how it melted with it.
Open that up, put the hash brown on it, and then just...
You know where I'm not going to get that from, though? DoorDash. I'm not going to have DoorDash deliver it.
Well, it's not an option yet. I'll tell you right now, if I wake up and I'm still... If I wake up and I start drinking, it happens. Don't judge. And after a couple, you're like, I'd really like McDonald's breakfast. I would absolutely DoorDash that right now.
Yeah. Well, the breakfast, they don't really mess up that much.
Get big, me too. Says he's hungry.
Hopefully DoorDash works out there for you.
Dude,
Get big is hungry.
As long as you don't get rid
Big E
of
is hungry.
the sausage and egg McMuffin, I don't give 2 shits about your bagel. Your bagel can go fuck yourself.
That's because you're uncultured.
Uncultured. You're the guys that took the croissant and made the this beautiful French light bread and made the croissant sandwich. Just fucked it all
what
up.
was it we did?
That.
Messed up the croissant.
The what?
Shut up.
Croissant?
Culture.
Is there a W in there?
Croissant.
Croissant.
Oh. You guys spell it?
Talk about
probably.
uppity, man. Uppity. He's like, croissant? It's a croissant.
You guys are talking about fucking...
Do you wrinkle your nose when you say it, too? You're like,
Croissant.
yeah, when you get uppity, motherfucker.
Yes. man.
Also, there's no
Americans.
need for croissants because Kroger has jalapeno cheddar loaves. That's some good bread.
Big on
right there.
jalapenos, man.
Have you guys had lunch today?
Not,
I have not.
no.
No, that makes sense.
I really didn't have breakfast either. Did
I
you?
had a-
Did you?
I had
eat
a
anyways?
Jimmy Dean sausage biscuit out of the vending machine,
Yeah. I had a Buskin donut.
which reminds
Like
me
3
of that
days old.
the old commercial. It's like the eggs are from real chickens, the milk is from real cows, the sausage is from Jimmy Dean.
Right.
You eating Jimmy Dean sausage?
Like I
That guy must be hot, dude.
that goes a couple different. Like
He's
I
been
automatically.
picking that shit out for years.
Which brings us to our next
he must
conspiracy
have a
theory.
lizard dick or something. It just keeps regrowing.
Ew. That is nasty, but probably true.
Yeah.
He said he'll DoorDash for a while. Made sure everything got dropped off. Oh, sushi. Sushi by DoorDash. Would you take that dive?
Depends where it's coming from, man. If it's somewhere reputable, maybe. Because I'm a big fan of seared ahi tuna.
Or weird.
Wait, if it's seared, it's not really sushi, is it?
Yeah.
That's true.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't it sushi just raw?
No. That's why you have tempuras.
But is tempura sushi? I thought it was tempura.
It's still part of sushi. You can have the tempura shrimp inside your sushi roll.
Thank you, Matt.
Yeah, look that
You're
one
welcome.
up. You look it up all you
What
want.
am I looking up now?
Is tempura?
I have no idea, man.
Is tempura sushi? I can tell you that what tempura is got enough oil in it that if you sit and you eat nothing but tempura, you will shit yourself to death.
Wait, what? I need this. What are you talking about?
The tempura, just where it's got that kind of oil. Like you're supposed to eat
If that's the
some
case, dude,
tempura with your sushi.
If that's the case, look up sushi places near us because I gotta get this turd out, man. I'm telling you, right? It is a turd ducking in my bowels right now.
See, that's how you know I'm American. When you say sushi place, I'm like, yeah, Kroger's is down the street.
Really?
No,
It's,
I need
That's
somewhere.
where I get my sushi.
Is that the stuff that makes you shit your brains out?
No, it was a place up in.
You're
Dayton.
saying it won't let us watch. Try resetting your stuff there, Crane Master.
What's going on with that thing?
Reset your shit.
Oh,
This is you. This is you
that's me.
from a little bit ago.
Oh, that's weird as hell. Sorry,
I feel like we're
watching
about to go on
ourselves,
a.
watching ourselves.
We're about to go on a Mel Brooks tirade here.
Yeah.
This is you 30 seconds ago.
Gotcha. I'm just gonna tell you something right now. I just, apart from other stuff, I've got to expel evil from my system. I spent like 4 days looking at some of the most beautiful chicks in the world.
In Dallas?
Oh,
I've heard. God bless Texas.
yeah. Well, it was people like, just a lot of people I used to work with and stuff like that, and they're still looking extremely beautiful. And
No,
some
that's
of them have got so much plastic surgery that I just find them alluring.
Real skin.
Because it's the
I don't care,
same
it's real
person,
skin.
but it's not the same person. Do you know what I mean? Like
real skin.
there was some people I've seen that, that what's that Adam Sandler movie? Is it Just Go With It?
That's what.
Where he's got the dude that's having surgery and because he's a plastic
Yeah,
surgeon,
yeah.
and he can't take a drink or like. I've seen some of those and that was great. It was very interesting. And time well spent. Definitely time
Sounds
well
like
spent. Yeah, no, it was, dude. It was crazy. I've seen people I hadn't seen in like 15 years.
I was trying to find pictures of you. I was out at my parents' house the other night, and I was trying to find pictures from Twitter or Facebook because I made you the shirts, and I wanted to make sure you at least wore one of the shirts on one of the days.
Yeah,
Did you really?
yeah.
Well, there was no fucking pictures up. Like there, I could find a handful of pictures from a few other people and things like that, but I couldn't find any of you and your cousin.
Yeah, I should have twitted from my twatter to Twitter.
You should have, and you
I
should have put it on our Twitter.
No, dude, I wore the shirt down there,
Yeah, I saw that one.
then I wore it back again. So they were comfortable, man. And I even sold one.
Did you?
Yeah, I auctioned it off, but I'd like so what? Just so I'm explaining to anybody who doesn't know, I was down doing WrestleCon, which is one of the biggest. It's actually the biggest wrestling convention.
Because you're doing
the world.
the WrestleMania's down there this weekend too, right?
Yeah,
Or it was.
yeah. No,
Yeah,
yep. They just finished last night. It's over 2 days now. So I was down there, but
Heard it was a good one for what it's worth.
it was all right.
Good show this year.
Yeah, it was all right. A couple of people. Yeah. I wanted one of my matches. I wanted to see the Johnny Knoxville match.
Johnny Knoxville.
Johnny
is a-
Knoxville, and apparently Wee Man got involved, and like a Party Boy came in and started this shit. Well, it was when you hear about it, you're like, man, that's gonna suck. But then it was everything it probably should have been. You know, what I mean, it was pretty much just jackass with a wrestler in the ring. So I heard it actually for what it was really good. But no, while we were down there, we did this impromptu virtual signing at the hotel, which was at night. So the shirt. They were selling the action figures, the box action figures, and one guy wanted the shirt off. I actually sold 2 shirts off my back. One of them was a Scotland shirt, and another one was the WUD podcast shirt, so I autographed that and sent that out. And that was through Think Signatures. So Think Signatures is going to be taking what we do here and helping us out by also putting it up in the links and everything else on their website, which goes all over the world, really. So... there it is right there, man.
www.thinksignatures.com.
Yes, if you go to the bottom of that picture. There's Man Rob.
WrestleCon.
We got there thing.
Go up again?
Yeah, because it'll probably change. So that's Max pick. There's me and Robbie.
Yeah, they were.
Oh, look at those 2 guys.
Handsome looking sons of bitches. One of them's really fat right now.
It changes a lot faster than I want it to. I want it to stay.
Yeah. I don't think you can see that.
Yeah, it just takes me back to the thing. Oh, no, it showed you guys.
Yeah, these are all the things.
Fucking hell, Rory. $70 for that?
So for an
$40
original WWE 8x10, I think those are going for like $80 to $100.
Yeah.
The action figures are going from anywhere from 125 up. One of those pictures looks terrible.
Well,
But
one of them.
Hey, fuck you, man. The rest of them look great. Roddy Piper right there. That was Madison Square Garden back in 2006 or 7, maybe 7.
So you got Rowdy Roddy. You got where you were shooting the vignettes. I see that.
No, that wasn't the vignettes. That was just we were in Tokyo.
Yeah.
And me and Robbie just decided to walk around with our gimmicks on just to see what kind of, just for shits and giggles. And one of the camera guys, Stu, his name's Tom, we call him Stu because it was 2 Toms. Just say, Tom, do a close up, and then both the cameras go. So I called him Stu. He just started taking pictures. So to the right of where that is, where all the people are watching.
Oh, back here.
Yeah, that was this marketplace, and it was. They said it hadn't changed in like 1,500 years. It was cool as shit. It was literally like going back in time.
So I got some thoughts about that number 6 right there.
What?
About this one?
Yeah.
It was after I broke my fucking back. Leave me alone. I hadn't worked out in a very long time. Well, I was in the amount of pain I was in.
It's not about.
Is it because the autographs were less than just the regular? Oh no,
yeah, that one's cheaper because I was heavier.
There's just something about the hands on the hips, head tilted to the side.
My head is always tilted to the side. I broke my fucking neck also.
It's not tilted to the side here.
No, that was pre-broken neck. That's why. Yeah, those were different times, man. Some things changed. And there's my big buddy. That's Max Payne.
Tune in next week when we spend 15 minutes ripping that picture apart. I'm going to take some nights and just I'm going to write some thoughts down.
I finally got the printer working upstairs. I've got some heat transfer stuff that we can print and put on the shirt. We can make a couple of shirts with Rory on there.
I want that on that shirt for sure.
Is this the dude that you have on your shirt right now?
Yeah, that's Max. So that was when he was Man Mountain Rock. So legit musician. That's a very, very good musician.
Does he do the Little Rascals pose in one of his too?
Yes. So when this thing turns off, I'm going violent. This fucking thing turns off.
Just be careful because you'll probably twist something.
You wouldn't do that, would you?
Go fuck yourself. But it was WCW. He was Max Payne. I'm wearing a shirt right now. And then he went to WWF, and there was a whole thing that they were setting up for him that Max is telling his story. He just had a shoot interview. So if you guys want to hear about that, you have to go somewhere else. But one of the coolest fucking guys I ever met, dude. It was him, and then we hung out with Adam Bomb. And I just love the fact that Adam Bomb, he was 3 Mile Island's favorite son. Really? I just love the guy. 3 Mile Island's favorite son. Adam Bomb. That. Big motherfucker too. But yeah, no, we were sitting there, and I know you guys aren't big wrestling fans. It was a guy called Honky Tonk.
He used to be.
right? Like,
Honky Tonk Man? I've heard of Honky Tonk
so
Man.
Honky's sitting there, and Robbie gets up and says, "Hey, can I get your guitar?" Because he was always famous for fucking smashing people with guitar. So he gets the guitar and brings it over, and he can't tune it. So I'm sitting there, and I haven't played the guitar in years since my hands.
Honky Tonk Man?
Bring that guitar over here. I got it, son.
Yeah, I'm going to fucking kill you. Anyways, Robbie gets a guitar, and I tune it up. And I haven't played in a long time because of my hands, like, the nerve damage in my neck and stuff like that. It's just been real hard. And I started playing, and Big Max was like, "Dude, the look of sheer pleasure in your face right now just from playing the guitar." He went, "That's amazing, man." He's like, "I've never seen somebody that happy." I think I just started playing "Over the Hills and Far Away" by Led Zeppelin. So
I've seen somebody that happy,
Oh.
but it was awkward, so I took the mirror down.
Did you take the belt off too? Strangulation and masturbation is no joke. It has cost several people their life. Don't do that. Hashtag public service warning.
Yeah, don't do it alone. If you've got a safety person there.
No, because other people fuck off. That's normally what happens. He's choking. He's enjoying it. He's dead.
He didn't say the safe word.
Check out.
He didn't say the safe word.
Sorry. Been around the block once or twice.
The safe word is. Anyways. So just I kept playing and my hands started freeing up. And, there'll be more news to come on that because of the whole.
GC, I got bourbon here.
Ooh. I've got
Buffalo Trace today. That's what I got.
Some water.
Got over here. Although I'm hoping Northside.
Are you bringing more over?
Oh, dude, you can see the background in it. Look at that.
Are you bringing more over?
Oh, I'm sure.
Okay.
Can't have the same one every time. Unless Northside wants to sponsor the podcast. Hi, Northside.
The Matrix is real.
Right.
Very, very, very cool release. They did a limited release of an artist that did a Bengals tiger picture.
Really? Are they local
for the Super Bowl? Yeah, they're actually downtown. But very, very good. Northside Bourbon. It's Northside Distillery. Yeah. They actually do a lot of different spirits, but their bourbon is on par with.
I was going to bring you back
everybody.
Some bourbon. It was I bet it was too late to call you, or at least I thought so, anyways. But there was a big duty free, and one.
You said duty.
Duty.
Sorry. Hey, there it is.
Just pick on Rory. Down.
Yeah, that's it. That's good stuff.
I wasn't picking on Rory.
Could be.
I was just making
also very cool company, very cool location down in Cincinnati.
Straight up neat or old fashioned.
Straight up.
Let's cut to the chase.
There you go, GC. Straight up.
Northside Distilling Company.
Hi, GC.
Do you want to sponsor us?
Yeah, we're openly taking applications for
bullshit,
sponsors
man.
right now.
Let's take this for what it is. We need sponsors.
You open it, you pour it in a glass, and you enjoy it.
Listen, my liver can't even take too much bourbon, can't take too much beer, but if Northside wants to come in,
we will
I'll
kill
have
ourselves live
every
on
time.
Twitch, just for the chance of working with you.
Next episode is what would you do for money?
I guarantee you that I will drink myself to death over the next 40 to 50 years for your entertainment.
It's not alcohol that kills people, it's people that kill people, right? I mean,
sometimes
everything can kill you. Fucking the best thing in the planet Earth is water. It can kill you.
We are fragile. We are really fragile.
Do you know we're fragile, man? Like,
yeah.
Like I watch, I've got these two fucking dogs. They just decide they want to eat each other's faces, and when they play, it seems super violent.
Right.
But if they did that to my finger, I would have no finger.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I mean? And that's them just fucking around playing.
Well, it's just like the amount of times that humans, like, we just accidentally die because we're soft. A lot.
Life's fragile, but it is also very resilient.
It is.
You can take a lot of abuse.
Life finds a way.
Life does find a way.
You can take a lot of mental abuse. I know that.
I can't anymore. I've cracked. I just talked to somebody about it a little while back about how cracked I am.
Dude, you're
hey, thanks,
cracked.
GC. Those are under epoxy as well. If you see that, those and the maps. One of those maps just so happens to be from a very famous movie.
Except for this one, which I keep playing with. You're not supposed to do that because it makes bad noises and Matt gets mad.
Dude, you were,
Yeah,
you were
thanks.
cracked 5 years ago. You splintered, sharded, and exploded.
Oh God, yeah, I was.
You've taken pieces of you now for the past
was.
half decade.
Did we
was.
put the north side up on the screen so people can see?
No, I have.
I
not.
wanna
Let
make
me-
sure
let me
that-
put it up.
that-
Yeah, if they watch, we want to make sure Northside loves us. Let me get this a little bigger for you.
There we go.
There you go, Northside Distilling Company.
Only
And for
thing-
those people that have actually been in Northside, what a turn of a place. Great.
Anyways,
great
Northside, we
alcohol
love you.
comes from there.
We like
no,
where you're
but
at.
we love the company.
I was going to say, what is north side? Are you talking like Cincinnati's north side,
Yeah,
or is
yeah,
this?
yeah,
I
yeah.
thought it was you were going some European thing.
Wait, is this Cincinnati?
Like, oh, north
Yeah,
side
that's
where
in
they've got all
Cincinnati.
those thatched roofs. Ah.
Right near the north side is Ukraine, and we're just completely going to find that's happening. So keep going, guys. Doing good.
I
don't
know
like
a
the
Thatcher on
north
Northside.
You're such a prick. Dude, then catch you, man.
We got a shirt idea. We've got a shirt idea.
Don't use those
Yes.
pictures. No.
Yeah.
That picture is actually the
That
copyright
is-
is on for that. Do you know who owns the copyright for that? I do, Dick. I will sue this. I will sue this place.
Guess who's part of this podcast, bitch?
It just looks like in his head he's thinking, "You're so silly."
This right here. Right here. There you
I
go.
was in a very bad place in my life. I was in a lot of pain, and what we wrestlers choose to call gimmicks, I was taking a lot of gimmicks at that point.
And right there, he's like, "What do you mean you don't like Northside?"
And
Or, "What do you mean? Do you like Northside?"
about 6 weeks after that, I was like, "What do you mean intervention?" And then we went to rehab for a second.
Rehab. Rehab.
Yeah.
Oh,
He has too many blankets and not enough blankets.
No, I was after the first rehab. I was like, "Pff, nobody likes a fucking quitter," so I had to go back, and it worked second time. Fantastic.
She said she loves the background. We're the youngest ones there, and that's true. That's true. This is like a nudist colony,
No, you guys.
or
no,
apparently a
actually,
bar in Scotland.
Over at the camera left. Camera left. Over to this side, just behind you, there's a young fella sitting there.
Oh yeah, there was.
When she
wasn't there?
says youngest guys, does she mean me and Matt?
That's true too. Not by much though. I'm not that much younger than he is. And internally, even though he's gone through the ringer like physically by his own doing,
I don't want
I
to talk
think
about
I might
you
be
in
older
terms-
inside.
Dude, internally, you should be in a sarcophagus for fuck's sake.
Internally, I am a sarcophagus.
I don't even know what the equivalent would be. It'd be like a perfect piece of fruit, but then when you slice into it, it just lets out like something out of Harry Potter, just like.
This is one of his Horcruxes. Right? That's like the bananas we keep getting from Meyer, man. Like on the outside, they look pretty decent. It's like, that banana's ready to go. You open it up, completely tore up and soft.
Meyer, everything you need in one experience. Well, we're still shopping for sponsors, right? Everybody's got to eat. For
Yeah, but I
Christ's
just bashed their bananas.
sake. Didn't bash their bananas.
You know what they do
I have to
though
bash
there?
their bananas because you can't eat them whole.
They're the only place that I can find the pickled bologna I like.
Pickled bologna?
Pickled bologna. So I
I'm
grew
not
up.
big on pickled stuff except pickled pickles.
I'm not either.
Is that like pickle loaf? I just seen that.
Growing up, my grandpa always got Eckrich brand pickled bologna, and it was absolutely fantastic. You slice it up with some cheese and crackers. It's probably an acquired taste. It's probably not for everybody, but Eckrich, I can't find it anywhere. They still make it, but you can't get it anywhere around here. You got to drive like to Indianapolis somewhere for the only store that's got it. But there's another, I think it's Kogel or something like that, but they're in Meyer, and it's absolutely fantastic pickled. Because they also have like the big jars of the pickled ring bologna, and it's disgusting.
You ever go to Jungle Jim's and give me that stuff?
Not for me.
Like the pickled shit?
I have not.
No? Because my dad was looking for some like head cheese, which I'm not a fan. Not a fan. But apparently my grandpa ate that stuff like crazy.
The durian fruit, GC. The
Yeah, they have them there.
durian. Yeah, they
They
freeze
have
them.
the durian there.
They sell them frozen because if you let them get to room temperature, they smell like garbage dumps.
Yeah, it's bad. It's bad.
I
They
can't
have-
I can't get past it, unfortunately, because I've watched like all the cooking shows and stuff where they go all the different places and they're like, oh, they were really good. Chef Ramsay can't get past it either though, so that makes
No.
me think maybe I'm an angry asshole.
Well,
Aren't
down.
we all? Aren't we all? Did you watch it? What's the show with fuck? What did you just say?
Gordon Ramsay.
Gordon Ramsay, thanks.
And yes, I
Thanks.
have.
Yes. It's not Uncharted, or is it Uncharted?
It is Uncharted.
It is Uncharted.
Yeah, because when he
Yep.
went to, was it Thailand or wherever it was, where they had the durians, he couldn't get past the durian.
Yep, he's done that one, and they did the road trip. He did a road trip with his buddies.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely fantastic series. Very funny. I enjoyed that a lot.
Scotsman ever.
There, your next challenge. I'm not eating the durian. I can't.
Where should we? You know what, man? These guys are always traveling. I think we should take this thing on the road.
I was looking at getting an RV not that long ago. It's
I
going to
know.
be one I have to fix repeatedly.
We should get like a beat up, just piece of shit Winnebago or something. Take it on Route 66.
what I was looking at.
And just see how far we get. And when
Have
it
you been
stops,
on Route 66 anytime lately?
It's been a minute.
There's some okay places on Route 66, and then we're going to be talking to nothing but aliens at a rundown gas stop.
That's cool.
It worked for Paul.
That's true.
Yeah,
That's
and nobody
true.
got pegged.
Fantastic movie.
Not
also.
one person got pegged. But I'm just saying, we just take a Winnebago and we just go. And when it breaks down,
A bus. I like it.
what?
A bus.
Oh, no.
Actually, that's another. Down in New Richmond, there's a place called Buck's Riverside Grill or Buck's Bourbon Bar.
Yeah?
He just bought a bus, and he's going to be doing like some of the trail tours and stuff like that. He's got Buck's Bourbon Bus. Also, not a sponsor of the podcast, but would be very willing to take you on.
Glad
Because
you
he
can say that.
typically has a supply of Stag Junior on the shelf, which is nice. It's hard to find. Last time I was there, he had some E.H. Taylor single barrel.
This may
which-
come as a surprise to a lot of
delicious.
people, but Nathan enjoys bourbon and food.
Buck's Bourbon Bus. Buck's Bourbon Bus. Nope, can't do it. Sorry,
Yeah,
can't
that's
believe it.
what I was thinking. That's not going to roll more than once.
Come and see the Buck's Bourbon Bus at the Buck's Bourbon Bar.
Not bad.
No, she was saying they take the old school buses. When I was looking, because I was looking at possibly trading the Jeep for like an RV or something like that, because I never really drive the Jeep. Well, now I've started driving the Jeep again, and I love it, and I will kill somebody if they touch it. Weird. Kind of like me. But,
Until fall comes,
You're
again,
gonna
I'll
kill
sit
somebody
there-
if
I
they
know,
touch
I
you.
know.
sit there for 9 months and not move.
yeah, I know. But it's nice during the summer and the spring when it's nice outside. But anyways, I was looking at trading it off for like a nice sized RV.
Yeah.
Right? Not a 30, like big 30 footer, but like a 26 footer. Something big enough that could sleep everybody,
I see
including roadies, because you know you're going to have roadies. You know, whatever their names are.
Ring rats.
I like
Brad.
Brad.
Frank.
Yeah.
Rory's bringing his built-in roadies. But, and then you
Where's my roadies?
and then you use it. But if you get like a 26 footer, you can actually
Camera
take that
right.
places.
Camera right.
Oh, what does WUD stand for? Oh, big, you got an RV. I want an RV. I really want an RV. Because
So-
then when shit hits the fan, you could just drive out to the country in your own RV, get your house with you.
I like that. We'll just take a pause there. WUD stands for wake,
Urinate.
And dominate.
which is what we want all of our fans to do every day.
Mm-hmm.
And I say fans, knowing full well, you guys are just watching this shit. You're not really fans.
Yeah.
You're just bored and you got nothing better to do.
Wow.
In
No, that
fairness,
is what it
he's-
is.
He's
I mean,
had fans. He's legitimately had fans in his life.
yeah, he's had
Alright.
fans.
Then they
So
saw him do this pose and they're like, no.
No, that got me. No, see, you're wrong. That just got me a whole different genre of things. It's called
Like the silver foxes in the background.
continuation of the gimmick. You know what I mean? Oh, we're slipping in 18 to 30.
Sometimes I don't wake, I just urinate. Not a problem.
That's fine.
Is that what the fishbowl's for?
Dude, I peed my bed until I was like 3 weeks ago.
So that
Like
fucking
my
bourbon.
like to the point my parents had to buy this alarm. Like it was a belt that you put on with like the stuff connected to it. So if you started peeing while you were sleeping, it would let out like a fire alarm, like beep 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 beep.
So you would wake up while you're peeing.
It was supposed to, but I'm a very heavy sleeper. So all I would do is wake up to a very angry parent who's now been pulled out of sleep by a fire alarm and then comes into bed sheets they're going to have to take care of.
Yeah.
I say you just have a little piece of metal in your pee hole and hook that up to a taser.
They're saying actually I do have
Blast it away.
my older brother. I know when he gets to drinking, chances are he's going to be like, to his wife makes him sleep in a separate bed.
Yeah.
The last time that we all went out drinking together, we went to
Jesus
is gay bar a term you're allowed to use nowadays? Like they referred to themselves as a gay bar, and
I
I
have gay
absolutely
friends that say gay bar.
Okay.
I don't think
Well,
that's their word.
There's a
Okay.
gay bar in up by the. Where's
If we're
that?
wrong on this, let us know, by the way.
Yeah, we're not trying to offend anybody.
In Cincinnati,
legitimately.
there's a couple of them in Cincinnati.
Well, this was up
They're everywhere.
in
Just
Monroe
gay people
area, and it was. I don't know what this bartender was making. They were some pink drink that was absolutely phenomenal. It was a party in a glass. Like you walked in there and you're like, oh, I don't really feel like going out tonight. Yeah, baby, let's do this thing. Like it was that. But by the time we got back to his house, we were just lit. And I remember I wake up in the morning and his dog is like completely draped across me, just drooling down my face. And my sister-in-law comes down. She's like, your fucking brother pissed all over the place last night.
Does anybody else thinking Nathan got mollied and that probably wasn't a dog?
Still a great night.
Hey, man.
Yeah, as long as you had fun. There you go. Crane Masters usually wasn't home. Usually wasn't in bed either.
Dude, I remember.
Yeah, from what I heard, in the middle of the road.
I
Yeah.
think the last time I peed in my bed, it was coming back from a strip club. Me and my buddy Dean, Big Dean Visk, Jablonski, how you doing? He'd taken me up there. My buddy Ganger was he was the guy that was running the strip club at the time. The Ganger harked forward to the shootings in Dayton. He was the one that everybody said was a hero. He was the one grabbing
Yeah,
people.
I remember
That's
that.
Jeremy Ganger. He's a good friend of mine and one of the best human beings you'll ever meet. And he managed to show that by saving about 40 people's lives.
Like
up in
legit.
Dayton. Yeah. Yeah, he was honoured for it. They gave him the key to the city. He's dealing with a lot of stuff. He actually got wounded during that too. And he's been dealing with a lot of issues since then. But anyways, went out at a bar. Ganger is just throwing these drinks were called Dick in the Dirts.
Mm-hmm.
And it was just all top shelf shots into one glass. And I had been ordering like Washington apples because at the time I was going through some Washington apple phase.
I like
That's
the
when
Washington apples.
That was
I'm no judgment. I still make them at home from time to time.
Dude, it was delicious, but I'd got so drunk that they thought it was funny. I'd get a Washington apple and they'd give me a Dick in the Dirt, so I was fucking wasted. And we're driving back home in Big Dean's Cadillac, and we stop at this gas station, and sitting in the car, and I get out because I got to stretch my legs and stuff, and there was this car of girls sitting beside us, and one of them looked over, and she's like, that guy's fucking wasted. What a piece of shit. And I'm like, hey. So I got chest up, and I go over there, and they put the windows up, so I take off my shoe.
By chest up, he means, hey.
So I take my shoe off for some reason. This is literally being told this by Dean, 'cause I don't really remember. And I start hitting the hood of the car, like a bunch of fuckers make fun of me, and they drove off, and it took my shoe with it. So, thinking science, apparently I took off my other shoe and I threw it to try and hit my shoe off the hood, and it just disappeared into the darkness. So
Now
I
you have
get
no
home,
shoes.
shoeless, just fucking wasted, and I don't remember going to bed, but I remember Gina waking me up. She's like, "You pissed the fucking bed. You pissed," and I'm like, I'm coming to, and I'm like, "Oh, Gina, I think the boy pissed the bed," because at that point the baby was sleeping with us, and she's like, "The kid's at my mom's." I'm like, "I pissed the bed. I pissed the bed." And at fucking like 4 o'clock in the morning, she said I had a great idea to grab the carpet shampooer and try and shampoo up the piss. It didn't work with you.
Yeah, that's not going to work. Not on a mattress.
Yeah, no, just completely fucking
Not on a
sold it.
mattress.
I like Get Big's story there. I got so drunk, peed in his wife's nightstand.
Nice.
Because
She wouldn't wash them and just wanted to get all new ones.
Wait, was this before you were married? You still got married after that?
Well, I
That's
think
a
it's him.
keeper if that's the case.
right?
Yeah, it wasn't him. Knew a guy.
Oh, knew a guy.
Yeah.
If that woman still married him, then she's definitely a keeper. But yeah, peeing.
See, I didn't know a guy. I was that guy. I put a kegerator in my house one time, and like I had several friends on the street, and by friends I mean people that knew I had a kegerator, which meant free beer. So one at a time they would stop down, and I would drink with all of them. And one night they all stopped down, like one after another, like not together, one after another. So I drank with one, then I drank with another, then I drank with another, then I drank with another, to the point that I woke up in the middle of the night, and it's one of those where you knew that something wasn't right. So I walked past the bathroom and the bedroom, into the hallway, into the guest bedroom, look in the closet. I'm getting ready to piss in the closet. And I'm like, this is not right. So I walk back past the bedroom with the bathroom, right past the hallway bathroom, into the other guest bedroom. We didn't have kids yet. And I open the door to that closet, and my drunk brain says, hey,
Here we are.
something's not quite right. So I walk back past the bathroom again, back past the bedroom with the bathroom again, and then pissed in the original closet directly into my dress shoes. And I woke up, then I go back to bed, and it's one of those where you woke up in the morning, you're like, oh, I feel like shit. Wait, did I?
You didn't miss much.
Did I?
Yeah, I mean, we're getting close to the regular time, but I'm cool with keeping going if you guys are cool with keeping going.
I don't care, man. I'm sitting here ultimately just waiting until I go get some tempura and shit my brains out. Probably that's it. Oh, God, Scottish Bell's here.
Oh, no. We got pop-ups coming. We can't do that. We can't do that.
I don't know if you guys seen that pop-up, but apparently he also just got the approval to enlarge it by 4 inches in 4 days.
Yeah, but the first 4 didn't work.
Yeah. Jesus Christ. But no, man, that was the only time I peed my bed, I think, in my adulthood, which is weird because I have shit my bed. Again,
I can say I haven't done that.
drugs are bad, dude. Drugs are
I
bad.
don't think I've ever gone number 2 in the bed. It's been a long time since number 1.
I mean,
I've
never
had
on
accidents
accident.
in the car. Yeah, like there was when I was younger, I was kind of slightly anorexic, so I had.
Until you started with a Taco Bell.
Maybe it was Taco Bell. No, that was down in
I can
Indiana.
identify
Taco
with
Bell where I
most things, most situations, most people. Not that one.
What, Indiana?
No, anorexic.
was. Yeah, I kind of was. I was
me tell
like
you something, man.
162.
I don't
something
understand
like
your story.
I'm
I'm
just going to say right now that I believe that you might be anorexic in the inside, buddy.
You can be whatever you want to be, man.
That's right. You can identify as anorexic, right?
sure.
There we go.
There we go. I identify as anorexic.
Mm-hmm. Recovering anorexic. Recover too much. Wonderful.
Oh God.
I did swap my new recruit's uniform that was sitting at the end of a spare bed in the dorms after climbing in his locker and fell asleep. What the fuck? How the hell did you climb into somebody's locker, like Foot Locker?
I'm assuming.
Well, how do you fall asleep in somebody's Foot Locker in the army? Well, it's my brother.
Might be a big locker.
You've met him. You know, for anybody that hasn't, he's terrifying.
He doesn't say that he did it when he was drunk, though. He just says he did it.
No.
Like, fuck this guy.
Oh, stand-up locker.
You fell asleep in somebody. Did you piss on his uniform? Sorry, guys. My brother here was talking about he again spent way too much time in the military. Smashed out of his face.
Okay.
Yes,
that makes sense.
he was.
You're more
somewhat-
pliable when you're trashed, so I could see fitting in a small locker.
Well, I
at
know
this
I've
point in my
seen-
life now.
I know we've seen him fit between the cabinet and the toilet somehow. Dude, I can see your B and your D.
Yeah.
Does he like cats? Because that's what cats do. They find like the smallest place they can get lodged into.
Was New Year. It's a New Year tradition
A New Year tradition.
for Scottish Will.
Yeah, just for Scottish Will. Yeah, remember that was funny getting stuck beside the sink in the toilet. And my mom's like, I've got my mom.
Didn't Ed come out and like tell you, like, dude, your brother?
Yeah, because it was like
You go
jammed
in-
in. Like his knees were on the ground, but his head and his other shit were jammed in like that. And Ed's like, dude, I can see his B and his D. And at this point, I've got my mom on Messenger because we think he's dead, remember? So she's freaking out. Well, he's all upside down behind the fucking toilet, like throwing up and pissing himself. And Ed is claiming victory for Mexico in a drinking competition, which rightly so, to be perfectly honest with you.
So during that party, you had urinating and dominating.
Oh,
It was a while before we got to the waking.
yeah,
right.
Yeah, it really was. That was
Right.
rough, man.
Kill all cats. You know what? I got a cat you can take.
I'm very flexible when I'm dead. Yeah. Scottish Bill died when he was 18 and nobody told him, so he's just been existing for the last 30 years.
Oh, so he's like my insides.
Yeah, pretty much. Old zombie, Matt.
I just take out piece by piece, and I keep moving.
Yeah.
Weird.
Yeah, it gives me an idea where it's, what did I miss? Maybe we should have someone tracking this throughout the episode so we can do a recap.
Oh
at
gosh,
the
that
end,
would be
just a
hard.
real quick.
Dude, here was a whole episode, man.
That would be hard to do.
Taco Bell. Bourbon.
Taco Bell is stoner
Taco
food.
Bell again.
Bourbon's amazing.
Rory's stances.
Yeah. Yeah, apparently I'm not allowed to have, like, a addiction problem or a broken back.
You little rascal.
It leads to flirting, apparently.
There's appropriate
Don't know how
places
that
to
happened.
pee, and there's non-appropriate places to pee.
Disagree. If you have a penis, anywhere's worth peeing in.
Yeah, I've been to Germany multiple times. You can get my insights.
Whoa,
No,
fuck.
dude, no. What I'm saying
And
is,
a corner was turned.
when it was not uncommon to be walking out of downtown, like K-Town or something like that, go underneath like one of the little under things, the little inverted bridges or whatever under the road, and there's this old dude just standing there peeing in the side of the sidewalk. It's
Oh,
normal.
I was on my way
It's
home
normal.
yesterday. Yesterday in Bethel, Ohio. Like little town Bethel, driving through the school, all the ballparks. You know where the ballparks are in Bethel?
I do.
On the very back side of those where you turn right to go back into that little neighborhood back there. There's literally a dugout there, and there's 2 porta pots. And I see this woman backed up against her car door. Oh, yeah. All squatted down. And as I get up, I look over and I'm like, is she? Yeah, she is. I don't know if she was peeing or taking a dump, but she was everything out,
No,
just
she's
bent down
taking a dump.
on the corner. There's a stop. There's a 4-way stop there.
And it was close to the school.
It was on
It's
school
on
property.
I'm gonna guess legally she wasn't supposed to be there.
She did look a bit methy. Didn't
Not in Bethel.
yeah, right.
Wow, Claremont County, somebody on meth.
So, but
That's
yeah, I forgot
unheard
that
of.
happened till but less than a week ago.
Like when people get today.
Did you see the Kroger? She said her mom saw some lady pooping in the bushes outside the Kroger. This is in like right by or in Reading, Ohio. So like it was not outside. It was same kind of thing, but it wasn't outside of like civilization.
Yeah, but
there
she's
was people
pooping
everywhere.
With those leaves. She still wipe her butt. Good for her.
It was in the middle of like the drive thing where like, you got to drive here and like drive here. It was like right there. If I remember the story, yeah, it was pretty nasty.
Yeah, that's fucking terrible.
But you got to go. You got to go.
That's what I'm saying, dude. It's like here's
Drop it like it's hot.
Here's one thing, man. Well, I know society has changed slightly, and you know the one thing I did realize is we've been left behind, and you know,
Scotland?
no, us in general, our generation, and in very many ways, because like, you know, when you were like 16, 17, 18, 20, 25, like that kind of area right there, man, like you just thought everything you were doing had never been done before.
barely over that now.
Yeah, but I
shut
think
up.
that's like youngness in general.
Yeah, but it's
know?
even in the wrestling business because, like, before we always paid homage and respected the people that came before us. They laid the path. That doesn't happen no more. These new guys, the little skater punks, 160-pound bitches, they don't care about any of that. It's like full stop and then they started. But, like, a lot of things have changed and it's, like, unacceptable these days. Like, when we used to get pissed drunk, you know, for a night with the boys and stuff like that, we'd all be like pissing against the wall and then see how high you could get. You know,
Oh, yeah.
try and piss as high up the wall as you could. And then there was times that I would start stumbling
Sword
backwards
fight.
and like pissing over myself, but it really wasn't over myself, it was on myself. Just disgusting human beings partying way too hard. And I don't think that happens anymore. Like, and I don't think we've become more civilized. It's just that people stopped having
Fun.
Yeah.
I don't know. People didn't like it back when we
Not
were
that
kids to
pissing
do
on
that
yourself
stuff.
is fun, or is it? But it seems
Wet
that,
work again.
It seems that everything is too far for these people these days. You know what I mean? Well, that's too much.
96% is bodily functions.
Well, it's 100% of what I do is bodily function, so why shouldn't it be? That's probably true. Anyways, hard in the pain.
Disgusting.
What?
Disgusting.
What? You've never done that? Try to pee as high as you can in the wall and then started falling backwards because you're so fucking drunk?
I mean, I'm
am I
sure,
alone on
but
this
I
one
don't
here?
remember.
No, that's happened to me. Like I know exactly where the wall is, like the closet door behind me,
Yeah.
to brace because I know. and boom.
Like my son
Got
is
it.
always telling me, like, Dad, it's different now from when you were young. I'm like, yeah, dude, like we could
There weren't cell phone cameras.
And I'll tell you right now.
That's the biggest thing.
So let me tell you, dude.
I
like,
think that's the biggest
seriously,
thing.
and this is no joke. Like
We
some of
did
this
dumb shit.
So I'm considered one of the old timers now, right? I'm almost 50.
Yeah, I'll give you that one.
And wrestling, I'm considered one of the old timers because obviously as an athlete, you get to 50, you're fucking old.
Unless you're Tom
But
Brady.
The difference was us hanging out with my longtime good friend and road partner, Hacksaw Jim Duggan. Fucking whole buddy. Love Jim Duggan, right? He's the greatest guy. Him and his wife, Diamond Deborah. And we're telling stories, you know, and I'm hanging out with like Max and a lot of these older guys. And we're just telling stories about being on the road. And then you would listen to the newer guys telling stories about being on the road, and it was like where they went to find their moisturizer or, you know, how they're going to find their vape cartridges. And I feel bad for these guys because a lot of them is just, like you said, this didn't exist. These cameras didn't exist when I was coming up through the business. So we answered.
Yeah, no. If
there was
you
no
had to
TMZ,
worry about it,
there was no
there was
anything.
somebody standing in the corner with this giant like briefcase on their shoulder. You're like, right, not getting me that way, bro.
Right, and you've never seen that shit. But these guys these days are under a microscope. So what do? They go back to the hotel, and a lot of them apparently travel with their own video games and shit. And, you know, whereas we would go out and, you know, it was
Well, I think that's like it's the
strippers,
scrutiny.
partying, alcohol, everything, man.
I would say it's the scrutiny, though, if you think about that, because like
it's rough.
when we were all younger, like you would get away with a lot of dumb shit
Yeah.
because it wasn't seen.
I mean, we'd do dumb shit just to see how far
Yeah.
we could go.
Well, a lot of things are seen now,
Yeah.
and I'm wondering if, like, well, at least with wrestling, maybe a lot of that's like, you know, trying to depending on the moisturizer, outshine your competition, you know, maybe with that. But as far as like the getting in trouble shit, like the dumb things that we did, like my dad, like popping in there every once in a while, like some of the stuff he talked about being able to do when he was younger. The police were just like, oh, whatever, get the fuck out of here. You got in a fight at school. Like when I was younger, you got in a fight at school. It wasn't the end of the world. Like,
See, I had to
the
make sure I
kids
wasn't
were able
caught,
to beat each other up.
caught because the police were my dad.
Yeah, your dad
Yeah,
was-
right.
Right? But
And
now,
believe me, getting arrested is much better than going home to my dad.
yeah, no shit. But no, this is mine too. He's scary as fuck. Well, he was. Now he's shortening up. I don't know if I could take him now, but he could probably still beat me up.
I randomly choke my son unconscious just so he knows not to fuck with me.
He also deserves it.
Yeah, he's such a punk ass.
But they didn't
Remember-
have the cell
Not
phones.
now, Cato.
You remember when he put John Getty's flat in his back with an armbar?
It does happen.
Dude, everybody used to come over to my place to watch UFC and stuff. And me and my son had been rolling around. We'd be like, you know, the front of I've got a really long living room. So me and Ian had been just kind of rolling. And I was showing him how to like, transition into an armbar. And John Getty's guy we used to work with, he comes over. And there's Ian, and he's leaning his leg up, handbangs, he's just on the ground. And John went on his belly. He's like, "What'd you do, little guy? Think you can go?" And when he did that, now John Getty's about 6'6", right? He's a very large man. And as soon as he did that, Ian grabbed his wrist and threw his legs up and put him in an armbar. And you just see John going, "Whoa!" and like fell straight to the fucking ground. And Ian locks it in. And I'm like, "Ian, let him go, let him go, let him go." And John's fucked. Like he was off work for like 5 days, wasn't he? Like completely through.
Yeah, that was, I think, before I knew you guys. Actually.
Completely threw his back in.
Yeah.
Like he was all messed up. And my son's now thinking, oh, he's laying down, we can still play. So he starts jumping off the couch and dropping elbows on him. Like, and John got up. He's like, I got to go home. And he went to the door. And I'm like, "John, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry." To this day, and I haven't spoke to John now in about a year and a half since we had, anyways. John said as soon as that boy turns 18, he is going to beat the living shit out of him. He's like, as soon as he's 18 and I can't get it done for child abuse, I'm going to punch that boy right in the mouth. So he went full Jackie Gleason on him.
That's funny. That's funny.
But yeah, the other thing that we're missing is, do you remember there were sayings like you'd do something really fucked up and somebody would just go, "Hey, boys will be boys. You can't
Yeah,
do
you
that
can't
anymore
do
because it's
that.
toxic masculinity. You can't just be."
Well, it's because we dig into everything so much. Like you got two kids getting in a fight at school. You got a kid saying something stupid in school about, you know, hurting somebody or something like that. It's always taken to the far extreme, you know, instead of, you know, taking your baby steps of okay, there was a fight, they beat each other up. You know what I mean? Like we dig so much deeper, and then when you're out in public, if you do something stupid, there's somebody with a cell phone, like the one the one
That's
guy. That's
just it. The cell phone camera is just
destroyed the
Well,
world,
what was
man.
who? I don't remember who. I'm not gonna say names or companies or whatever. But the dude that changed a sign while on a business trip in Florida.
How about that?
Changed a sign. Changed a road construction sign.
Yeah.
Changed that sign while he was on that thing, and it ended up being like seen by somebody. It got put up on Facebook and social media, and then it turned into this big thing. Dude ended up getting fired for it. This was at a company that we all know pretty well.
Damn.
And that's the thing, though, is like when you were a kid, if there was no cameras out there, you're sitting there changing signs to say stupid shit, or church signs, store signs.
So I remember a few years back
I
that
stole
they hacked the one of the ones in Cincinnati. They said something about like the gorilla escaped from a zoo. Be on the lookout or something like that. It was funny.
Yeah, and dude, like you think back to
I think it was. Yeah.
what was the radio from was it the 40s?
Is
where
that a
they
movie
did
with Cuba Gooding Jr. and
No, not that
oh,
radio, you jerk.
we ain't been teaching radio.
No,
Radio's
the
one
radio
been teaching
the
us.
radio thing where he did it, and it was about aliens invading.
Oh,
Mars Attacks?
No, not Mars Attacks. He did it on radio.
Orson
Oh,
Welles.
Mars
Orson
Attacks.
Welles. Was it Orson Welles?
Mars
He
Attacks?
did that on radio though.
Yes.
wasn't
Something
Mars
like
Attacks.
that now. Like it's well known, deep into the
All right.
future.
Somebody out there knows it. Come on.
Yeah.
War of the
Radio
Worlds.
show. War of the Worlds. There we go.
War of the Worlds. There you go.
I knew that the whole time. I just wanted to see if you guys agree to Mars Attacks.
I don't believe you. But stuff like that, like now, would turn into like, well, I mean, that was pretty big anyway, so that's probably a bad one to do.
What was like the TV show V? Do you remember V?
No, I'm a V
You
for
remember
Vendetta,
V
the
for-
movie.
Man, no, there was a TV show called V back in the 80s, which is probably why y'all don't remember it. But it was about aliens coming
I was
here.
a kid in the 80s.
As their, yeah, I know, but you were a kid in the 80s. They came here as their friends, but then it turns out they were actually here to harvest us for food. And the way they advertised
That
it,
was legit, though.
yeah, dude, the way so when they'd like latex kind of when you pulled their face off, they were like lizards.
Yeah.
Which is really funny because their face looked normal, but then when you ripped it off, it was like this big snout lizard.
I remember this
But
for some
They
reason.
advertised it as being almost kind of real,
Yeah.
and I think I was about 10 years old. I was shitting my pants again. I shit
Oh,
myself.
Jesus, it's the first one. Oh, man, they know what we're talking
Yeah,
about.
yeah. Mark said
Maybe they're
it.
watching.
Scottish
Hey.
Will got that.
Google if you're watching.
And dude, the show itself was fucking awesome. Robert Englund, who
Yeah.
obviously ended up
Yeah,
being
Freddy Krueger.
Freddy Krueger, that's what he did before that. He was Good Guy Willie, one of the aliens.
So season 1,
Howard the
episode
Duck.
1.
Oh, Howard the Duck was so good. Did you guys ever watch Howard the Duck?
That
when you
was
were
the
young?
worst fucking show I've ever seen in my life.
You must have got the upside down version over there in
Yeah, I
Scotland or
was,
something, because that was a great movie.
I was sooner jerk
That was a
off with a
great
sandpaper glove than watch that movie.
You do that
I
anyway.
was just saying, V came out the same year
No,
I
he's the one
did.
that's potato peeler.
Did you did?
Say
Ew.
what?
Potato peeler. What the fuck?
They came out what the same year you were born?
84.
So speaking of coming out, I'm going to be heading out here soon. I got to get home.
You got to get
I
moving.
hate to say it, but yeah.
Rory, do you want to keep going? We can keep going and talking, or if you're ready to go, we can go ahead and cut. We're about 12 to 13 minutes past our normal, because we try to shoot for an hour to keep it on something that's listenable on Spotify, Google, and all that good, or not Google, whatever, all the other shit. But at the same time, we can go as long as y'all want to.
I've been gone for the past like,
Yeah,
5
you
days.
probably need to go.
I
see
gotta
your
go
family.
and make my daughter a steak, egg, and cheese bagel.
If McDonald's had them, you could just stop and get one on the way home.
And she's gonna look at me and be like, "Thank you, Daddy."
Oh man,
No t-shirts.
what do you guys got anything to say? I guess.
Gee Willikers.
Wait a minute.
That's swell.
You wore a shirt for a fucking reason, and you said you were going to talk
I
about
did
this.
talk about it.
No, it was banned.
Oh, well, yeah.
Yeah, no, you were fucking saying that. And as somebody that has multiple guitars, a set of drums, and is not good enough to play in a band, I want to know what the fuck you were talking about, because
Well,
you
it's
said you were
funny
going to do that on
because-
this,
well,
and then we'll end it.
Me and Max Payne spoke about it last night, and I don't really want to go too far in depth, but I'm going to need your help on some stuff.
Oh wait,
but
I'm out.
ultimately, man,
I'm
it
out.
looks like Rory might be hitting a stage and another avenue, which would be
Porn.
with a band. No, I've done that, man. I've done that. It might be amateur porn, but it was still porn, okay? But no, we'll talk about that next week when we get a little bit more into it and a little bit more fruition. What I
Hey, get
would
big.
wanna
See you,
say-
buddy. Thanks for showing up, man.
What I do want to say 100%
See you get big.
is thank you to everybody at WrestleCon. That really was an amazing experience, man. Thank you to the fans that stopped by to see it. And really want to say thank you to Think Signatures. You know, they were the one that put us in a position there. They allowed me to do some marketing for the podcast. And after talking with them, they're actually going to put our podcast up on their site, a link to it with all the promotional stuff that we do every week. So I want to say thank you to Nick and Rob and those guys from Think Signatures. They go worldwide. So, yeah, man, that's all I got to say for this week.
Sweet.
Yep.
Hopefully coming from some of that stuff will be some merch ideas, like designs and things like that, because I know we made the shirts to go down there with and stuff, which was just real quick. Like, none of that was, like, big time. The only one I liked was the circle around the thing.
No, actually, I liked all of them. They came out pretty good.
Yeah.
Another thing I would say is my cameo, mine and Robbie's cameos will be starting here pretty soon also. So if anyone wants to use that, we'll get the address to you.
Sweet.
All right. Well, in the meantime, thanks for joining the WUD podcast this week. Check us out on YouTube like normal, where you can like, comment, and subscribe. But also check us out on Apple, Google, Spotify, wherever you get your podcasts. Give us a listen, and you can wake, urinate, and dominate along with us. We did a lot more of the urination talk this week than the waking and the dominating.
Yeah, that's been every episode. We haven't talked a whole lot about waking or how you dominate.
We put the U in WUD.
I think dominate's really not really a real thing. You're living. You're not dead yet. You've dominated.
Yeah, and I still haven't woken up from this whole bloody travel thing. I'm old.
Thank you, Will.
We'll get there.
Appreciate
next week.
Appreciate that.
You know, be a little bit more high temp.
Yeah, we'll be higher. If you guys are watching, you got anything you want to hear us talk about or watch us talk about, whatever, feel free to chime in. Yeah, YouTube, and then anything else, you can find us on Facebook and Twitter. Follow us along there. Still trying to get, if you post stuff, you put your name on there and shit, and we'll start throwing some funny stuff up there. But thanks, everybody.
Share that shit. Share it. Tell your friends go on there and share that shit. It's the only way we expand and grow, man, is with people sharing, the WUD stuff. Going to .com, letting people know to sign up and follow us on Twitch, Twitter, whatever. So make sure, please, and thank you very much, so you have people share it. Apart from that, man, everybody, have a wonderful week. Love you.
Yes. Thank you.
Bye.
Love you guys.
Ike Bar.